Welcome back again to Rinka's Kitchen. I'd like to share with you another family favorite recipe, and it is called Hungarian cocoa pastry, KAKAÓS TÉSZTA. What you will need for this recipe is 2 cups of pre-sifted all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 3.5 tablespoons of butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of rum, 4 tablespoons of powdered cocoa. Now I've used the unsweetened powdered cocoa. You'll also need 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of sugar, and for the filling today I'm going to be using the apricot jam preserve. You can also use peach or plum preserve for the filling. So what I'm going to do is I have a large mixing bowl here, and I'm going to take my 2 eggs and the butter and combine those two, and I'm going to use just a hand mixer here, electric hand mixer, to mix together these 2 ingredients and make sure that you mix it so that it becomes fluffy in texture. So what I've done with the butter is I've left it at room temperature so it's softened a bit. So it's just easier to combine. And I've just got my electric hand mixer here, and I'm just going to combine this. Start it off at a low speed. And beat it together until it is fluffy in texture. I'm just going to unplug this until I'm going on to my next step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half the milk, sugar, powdered baking chocolate, vanilla, and rum, and I'm going to add it to this butter and egg mixture, and then I'm going to continue to beat it for about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to add these into so that's my rum, and I use the dark rum today, and some vanilla, so 2 teaspoons of that. And I'm going to add my powdered chocolate to that, and sugar. And then I'm going to add my milk to it, half of the amount, so it's going to be half a cup of the cup that I've mentioned in my recipe. So what I'll do is I will continue doing that for about 10 minutes, and then I'll be back to show you how to continue to put this great recipe Welcome together. Back again to Rinka's Kitchen. I'm preparing a Hungarian cocoa pastry recipe, and it's called KAKAÓS TÉSZTA in Hungarian. So what I did was I mixed together all the egg and the butter and the sugar and vanilla and rum and all the ingredients that are needed for this egg and butter mixture. So what I've got here is I've got 2 cups of pre-sifted all-purpose flour, and I'm going to add my 1 tablespoon of baking powder and the salt, half a teaspoon of salt, and I'm just going to combine that together. Then I'm going to add it to the this egg and butter mixture, and I'm going to first use my wooden spoon to mix it together, and then I'm going to use my electric hand mixer to combine it, and then I'm going to add it to a cake pan that I've already floured and buttered and floured. So make sure that you grease your cake pan well, and then flour it also. Okay, now that I've got that all combined together, I'm going to take this mixture. So I've been beating it with the electric hand mixer for about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to slowly add this into the egg and butter mixture, and then I'm just going to start stirring it into there. Now it's going to be like a batter. Welcome back again to Arinka's Kitchen. I've been preparing a family favorite recipe, and it is called Hungarian Cocoa Pastry, KAKAÓS TÉSZTA. So it's come fresh out of the oven, so it's looking like this. So it's in this cake pan, and it's one of these kind of ones, sort of like a spring form pan. So I'm just going to unlock it there, and then once it's cooled, I'm going to take it out of there, and I'm going to put it on my cake pedestal, which is right here at the back. And I'm going to cut the cake, like I said in my instructions, to right in half, and then I'm going to add the apricot jam to it. So it's going to take probably about between 1 hour and 2 hours to cool off. So you want to make sure that it's cooled right down, so that when you do cut into the cake, that it doesn't fall apart. So just remember that. And then of course, when you're doing the batter, initially what you would do is you would beat the egg and the butter together until it's fluffy, and then you would add all the other ingredients to it. The rum, the vanilla, the sugar, half of the milk, and then continue to beat it together with the egg and the butter mixture. So you want to add that after. Make sure that you're not overbeating any of the ingredients after that. Then you add your flour slowly with a wooden spoon and stir it in, and then use your electric hand mixer, or if you've got a hand beater, you can use that also to mix the ingredients together, but don't overbeat the ingredients after that point. And then of course make sure that you put flour and butter. So you want to, in your cake pan, like you want to grease your pan thoroughly, and then you want to put flour on it also, so before you put it into the oven. So preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and bake it for approximately 40 minutes. I found that this worked after 40 minutes. Beautiful cake. It's looking great. It's smelling great. And now what I'm going to have to do is wait till it completely cools down. And you will see the picture on my website. If you click onto the picture, it will show you enlarged version of what the cake looks like when you go to look at my recipe on my website. So if you have any questions or comments regarding this recipe or any of my recipes, please feel free to contact me at irene@arinkaskitchen.com or arinkaskitchen.com. I hope that you enjoy serving this wonderful family dessert that my mom and grandmother enjoyed serving to their friends and family. So until next time, I hope you come and visit my website. And if you're interested in subscribing, I would welcome any new subscribers to my website. And then of course you'll be notified of any of my upcoming recipes that I will be presenting in the next few weeks, or in the coming year. So bon appetit, and jó étvágyat!